off, I want to say on behalf of Mia Ray and Team Glam-Aholic, we would like to thank you so much for taking the time out to speak with us in our Confessions of a Glam-Aholic readers.
Oh, no problem. Thank you to all the Glam-Aholic readers.
We adore the vision and master.
Oh, thank you. And trust me, it is a caucus and a Congress meeting on every look, so I'm glad that you that Mom.
What is it like working with the gorgeous Stacey Dash?
It's really, really cool. We respect each other. I think that when you work with an actress in that capacity, the number one thing you need is trust. Because I don't know if you know this, but that was the first time I've ever styled someone for anything. I style people in looks that I create for them, but that's my first time ever working in that capacity. And styling someone to go to an event is a whole lot different from styling someone for television. So, styling someone for television is difficult. You have to work with, whether it will read well on screen. You have to work with lights. You have to work with the cast to make sure that everybody's colors work well together and it's given the look that the director is hoping for. So the fact that she, trusted me in that process was amazing because, it wasn't just about clothes. It was about making sure that I met all the other requirements of the show.
Wow. Where do you draw your inspiration from?
My inspiration, believe it or not, comes from the character Val. She's my muse. Everything that I do is governed from, everything that I do is kind of governed from what she is to look like, how her character operates. So she is most definitely my muse in the whole process. Like I always, if I'm in the store and my assistant is with me, their job is to remind me, would Val wear this? How would Val, come across in this? And it's when I ask myself that question that it makes more sense on whatever I'm trying to create.
If there's one look that you would like to try on Val that you haven't yet, what would it be?
Oh, good one. If there is one look that I haven't tried on Val that I would love to try on, that was a good one. You did well. Good question. You know what? I've never done a skirt suit on her. I think, beyond that, I would love to do like a hot pants with a little capelet.
Okay.
Because I think she could really pull it off. Chanel, in one of their past collections, kind of did a hot pant and a jacket. But I thought it would be like a little more fun to take it to the edge and do like a hot pant with a capelet.
Yeah. What advice would you give to an aspiring stylist?
The advice I would give to aspiring stylists is don't be so concerned about being around celebrities and having celebrities have you to style them. I think that you should style people who celebrate your craft and celebrate what it is that you do. That's very important. I think that up-and-coming stylists always want to go straight to the top, and they think that the top is celebrities. But the top, believe it or not, are the people who celebrate you enough to pay your bills. That's the top.
Do you have anything to do with the sexy looks of Keisha and April?
The sexy what now?
Looks of Keisha and April, Lisa Ray. Do you have anything to do with her?
No, I have absolutely nothing to do with the looks of the other two characters. No, I only dress Stacey Dash, and I wanted to make sure, and this is nothing against the looks of the other actresses, but I wanted to make sure that her look was very specific, and that it most definitely, you could tell that someone put a very special hand to her wardrobe and what she was doing.
What piece of clothing should every woman own?
I think the piece of clothing that every woman should own is it's very. I believe in having a crisp white shirt. I don't care if it's ruffled. I don't care if it has some stripes woven into it. But I believe in a crisp white shirt because, believe it or not, a crisp white shirt could be made to look very casual. It can sometimes come across as formal, and it can even be very sexy. Like, if you really think back over, like, the history of television, there's nothing more sexier than a woman with her panties and her guy's oversized white shirt on just walking around the house. It's very sexy.
Yeah. You do a lot of restructuring on the show. Is that always a part of the fit process when styling for Stacey?
You say I do. How do you know I do a lot of restructuring on the show?
We follow you on Twitter.
Oh, you follow me on Twitter. Oh, good job. I like a woman who does her research. I do. It is a bit, the process goes like this. We read the script, then we shop for the show. Then we go into a fitting with ideas of what we think the character should look like, and sometimes the producer buys all of the looks, or they may have one or two looks that they say, this is more of what we were looking for, so you have to regroup. But if I have to create, in one episode, if I have to create 10 looks for Stacey, at least 8 of them will have to have alterations done to them.
Okay.
And the turnaround is very fast. If we do a fitting on Friday, more than likely she's wearing it on Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah, we do a lot. Go ahead.
Okay. She always looks so fabulous. What are some of your favorite looks of her on the show?
One look I loved was when she was playing golf.
Yeah.
I love that look. And let me tell you why I love that look, because I think it is hard these days to be fabulous and look fabulous while playing golf. But she looked she looked so fabulous. I was so proud and pleased with that look. And BCBG Mixology probably would never recognize that jacket, but surely you must know, honey, I had it broken down and rebuilt to fit her perfectly as it did. And one other look that I like the yellow dress, not just because I created it, but I really like the yellow dress with the little ethereal waves. Because I think that she found in that moment, we found a way to make sexy still have a bit of innocence.
Yes.
So that was one of my favorite looks. And my last look that I like, not because I made one of the pieces, but it is one of my favorite looks, the color blocking with the pink, green, and the blue suede Louboutins.
Yes.
That was one of my favorite looks because looking at it, it didn't work separately. Like if you just saw the shirt and thought about, I'm going to put a green skirt with it and blue shoes, it's like in conversation, who would dare? But together, it just worked very harmoniously. I think it worked beautifully together.
We're very big fans. Since you appeared on Project Runway, we still have our Heidi Klum cover where she wore your dress for Marie Claire.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. When can we look forward to seeing your line debuting on the runway?
That's funny you ask that. I am not exactly sure if that's what I want to do.
Okay.
I think that when people go on shows like Project Runway, the first thing that the public naturally thinks that we're going to do is come out with a line. But there's a lot of money that goes into it. It's a lot of need for public relations. There's so much going into it, and I think that I'm in the place in my life that if I'm not going to do it well, I'm not going to do it at all. And although I love making beautiful clothes, I enjoy it, I really think that that is my talent. But I really do believe that my gift is my personality. And I love traveling. I travel as one of the fashion directors for Macy's. I love traveling and talking to people about fashion and educating them and taking the women who thought that they will always be on the outs of fashion and showing them how they can merge their way into fashion. I love that. I love it more than sitting up all night stitching a dress.
Right. Once again, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to chat with us. Our Confessions of a Glam-Aholic will be thrilled to hear this interview.
Oh, I'm so glad. Please tell your followers to follow me, and I will keep them updated on the wonderful and also sometimes fabulous life of Anthony L. Williams.
Thank you so much, Anthony.
All right, sweetie. Have a great evening.
You too.
Bye-bye.